For 2 months I've had the idea to make this video about what this place even is, because it might be the place that you need like right now, and I want to tell you about it.
What the hell?
In a nutshell, Spelkollektivet is a co-living and co-working place in Sweden, or better, the Swedish countryside. It is 2.5 hours away from Copenhagen airport and easily reachable by train. When we came here in October 2017, the house was in a different location. But since September 2018, it is located here in Väckelsång and it has space for up to 50 people. We are around 30 people right now. So why did Joseph and me almost spend 2 years at this place? First, the money. Hands down, if you live in any bigger European city, rent is probably what your money goes to most of the time. Rent at Spelkollektivet changes depending on like how long you stay and like when you come here, but usually I would say it is around 400 euros a month. And this is fairly competitive with like, I would say, most European cities. But now comes the best part. Everything that you need is included in the rent. What do I mean by that? By everything, I mean everything. You get breakfast in the morning, you get 2 warm meals a day. Like somebody cooks food for you. You don't have to spend time cooking, you don't have to spend time shopping, you just have to show up and eat, and it's included in the 400 euro rent. You even get internet, electricity, water. They even buy the toilet paper and the shower gel for you. You can also still buy your own stuff here. You can buy breakfast stuff, you can buy things to cook and cook your own meal. There is a supermarket, but if you wanted to, you can just live here for 400 euros, not pay anything else. Number 2, and like I only have number 1, which is the money because it's so cheap, and number 2. So number 2 is the game devs. I'm gonna make this one really short, but there's just a lot of cool people in the house. Like, I've been here for 2 years. I've seen a lot of people come and go, but there's always been cool people, so I'm gonna meet other game devs and be surrounded by cool people. And come here. So now you are probably wondering, Simone, what does this magical place of wonder look like? And to that I say, let's do a house tour. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do the house tour now. I filmed this 2 months ago. Okay, so this is the outside of the house. And this is the room that you see when you first arrive. Right now it's a bit messy, because we just ordered new furniture. But then to the left. So this is the eating room, without food and without people. And recently it's been getting warmer, so... And it's super warm and it's very nice. So hi, this is Simone from the future. Back when I filmed this, we didn't have this place. So now even more people can sit outside. Hooray! But it looks like shit now because it's raining, but believe me, it's super cool and nice when there's sun. So from the eating area to the dishwasher. No, I'm kidding. This is the kitchen, the homie's kitchen. This is our beautiful fridge. And this is mainly where we can just cook breakfast. If you want to cook. Because if you don't, then this is the professional kitchen where they cook the good food. But I'm not allowed in there. Yes. Even bread. Okay, that was only slightly creepy. What else? Oh yeah, the warmest room in the house. Which looks like this at the moment, but it doesn't usually look like this. So this is the infamous pee waterfall, which you already know if you've seen any of the videos that I recorded in here. And this is where we have all of the board games. And yeah, this is also the room where we mostly hang out in the evening and just play and drink. Mostly drink, really. So all of the board games are from the house. I think some are from the homies, but mostly it's from the house. Oh yeah, there's also, now that I'm seeing this, there's D&D sessions every couple of weeks, but it depends on who is in the house at the moment. So right now there's a lot of people that like to play D&D, so there's a lot of D&D going on, but like we had phases where there was no D&D players, so yeah, no D&D. Makes sense! Let us continue. Hello! Alright, hallway number 1 with renovations. So this is the renovated area of the house. It has, I don't know how many rooms, but on all of these doors there's rooms for the homies. And this is the area that is getting renovated. So this will be like a just sitting, chilling, reading area. And yeah, this is the renovation where there's more homie rooms being made. I actually haven't seen these. Sponsored by IKEA. What?
Let's finish the bed.
Yeah. But I have it on video that it's not finished. So should I come later when it's finished? And then film again? Okay.
Yeah, or you can finish it.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna finish it. I have important YouTube work to do. I don't have important YouTube work to do. As you can maybe hear, this is the shower. This is where you get clean, I suppose. Zoom. If we go around this corner. Ta-da! This is the second hallway. Again, these are all homie rooms, but these aren't renovated. Front section here. There's like these 2 rooms are renovated, and in the rest there's people living. And I think in this nice and yellow back section there's only like 2 or 3 rooms here where people are living. Oh yeah, back there is like more rooms. And now we go down to the basement. Just keep working.
Just be normal.
Just act natural. You're doing a very good job.
You don't show any of the trash.
Oh yeah.
Where is the trash? I just blur it out.
There.
Oh,
So this is the trash. So this is the big office, and now we go to the Joshua office. It's not the Joshua office anymore.
I used to work for a couple of weeks.
So this is the
It's
empty. The empty office.
The empty room, yeah.
Yup, we leave this room. Ta-da! Oh, and this is the quiet office, now with improved sunlight blockage. Bye. This office you probably know the most, because this is where I almost film every game jam ever. So another dark and scary corridor, and it leads into the Netflix room. So this is the room where we have all of the consoles, the big TV, all the sofas, basically for gaming and watching TV. Opposite from the Netflix room we have VR playing room and the VR, I guess, setup room. If we continue down this path. Hello! So this is the second Netflix room. Now we enter the area that is not really renovated as much. And in here we have like an esports room that exactly has room for like 5 people, but none of us use it. And I think there's kids from the town that use it. And opposed to that we have... Hello? So this is the gym. We sometimes use it. This is actually used very often. Ping pong table and gym. Let's go. Welcome to one of the creepy hallways. Like all of these doors on the right are mainly for storage. We barely use this part of the house except... Ta-da! It's so nice and bright. So as you probably guessed, this is the laundry room. We do laundry sometimes. And one really nice addition that I really appreciate is this thing. You kind of know that you're becoming an adult when you get excited about the drying room. This is where you can just hang up your stuff and it dries. And if you want it to dry faster, you can, that back there is a fan, you can just turn it on and then it dries really fast. And it's very exciting. This is Joseph and my laundry, by the way. And this is the laundry basket. Has it become apparent that I don't know how to film a house tour video? Oh, by the way, also, sponsored by IKEA. Nah, we're not sponsored. I wish we were. But if we go up here. Stairs, 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 stairs. Oh, stairs, stairs, stairs. If we were to go up here, this is the first floor where more homies live, but I kind of just don't want to go because it's just more closed doors, so it's just not. Which brings us back to this. So yeah, that is basically the house. I think the only thing to do now is just to check if Rasmus has finished that bed. Have you finished the bed? We just need to see if you assembled it or not. Ta-da! Bed. So now that you've seen the place and heard me talk about the place, you might be intrigued, but you still don't know like what to do here. And I had the same problem before coming here and also before getting more into game dev, that I had no idea what it meant to come here. And basically, if you're only paying 400 euros a month and everything else is taken care of, and you're surrounded by other motivated people, you can really focus on getting into game dev, and it allows you the financial freedom of just, yeah, existing and doing what is fun to you, if that makes sense. To give you guys kind of an insight of what my life has been like here. I also filmed what a typical day in my life at Spelkollektivet looks like. Usually I get up in the morning around 7 or 8 and then head down to the office to spend some time alone. I use those 2 to 3 morning hours before everybody else gets up to focus on drawing, language learning, or listening to audiobooks. Afterwards I start working on either client work, company work, or, like on this day, my private stuff. So yeah, that's mainly the mornings. And food. Ta-da! usually served between 12 and 12:30, and there's always a 2-week plan of what is being cooked. Wow, isn't this super exciting? Today I'm really just updating my social media, updating our social media for Do and I, adding a imprint to my website. So very boring stuff. Even if I were to work on client work, I would just like sit here and draw instead of writing text and formatting text. But this is basically what the afternoons look like. However, this afternoon, one of my housemates decided to have a spontaneous portrait drawing session with Joseph. So we also sometimes spend the evenings just playing video games, playing board games, or just watching Netflix together. There's usually always somebody that wants to watch something, so you're in good company. Good night. And that is pretty much my day. But then again, there's also days where we don't work at all. When Joseph and me came here, this was our timeout. Spelkollektivet gave us the freedom to reinvent ourselves and build up a business from the ground without any financial pressure. On top of that, it helped me escape the hamster wheel of working for clients 10 to 14 hours every day. And especially the last year, all that extra time that I've managed to free has helped me grow immensely as an artist. I even had some extra time to learn programming. And visual scripting. So why am I making this video? The truth is, I want Spelkollektivet to continue, and for that it needs new people to be interested and to move into the house. I feel it's a great place to be if you just need a break for just 1 month or even 12 months. Spelkollektivet doesn't really have anything on their website where you can see how life here is, because they just don't have the capacity at the moment to do these things. So I just wanted to show the world what it's like to be here and to live here. And if Spelkollektivet might be what you need right now, and if you're interested, I'll be down in the comments answering all your questions, and let's just talk about it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Let's just talk about it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Mitzi, no.
Hi, my name is Genius, and welcome to Spelkollektivet. I'm the proud owner and majority shareholder. I'm here today to give you a lovely tour of this fine establishment. Come on, let's go! This is the North Wing, one of 3 residential areas here. Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. You're supposed to unlock the door.
Isn't not unlocked? I'm sorry.
Saying sorry isn't gonna unlock the Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. It's a bit bland at the moment, but there's plenty of space to make it your own. And would you look at all these rooms? Laundry. Outside, there's plenty of luscious, spacious grounds, nearby forests, and even a fire pit. Let's take a look.
That's great, but come on back. There's more house to see. That's great, but come on back. There's more house to see.
Hey, are you coming?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's go.
Did I mention? We're all athletes.
These balls.
I forgot about that.
So come on down, stay a while. You're gonna love it here. My name is Winkleton, signing out. So, what do you think? Pretty good, huh? So, what do you think? Pretty good. You're fired.
Welcome to Spelkollektivet, a co-working and co-living space for game developers around the world. Our aim is to provide an affordable space to eat, sleep, work, and build connections with other game devs from different backgrounds and experiences. Most residents here work in one of the dedicated co-working spaces. We have the loud office for those looking for a more social working environment, and the quiet offices for a more distraction-free environment. All areas come equipped with high-speed internet, desks, and office chairs, with the added bonus of being around other passionate people while they work on their own projects. And if you prefer, there's plenty of space in your own private bedroom. To help foster a collaborative community, we host a weekly stream, the Spelkollektivet Game Developers Conference, an opportunity to showcase what you've been working on and gain valuable feedback on your projects from developers just like yourself. Even though you might work alone, we're still a big team that always has each other's backs. But let's all remember to take some time to relax, have fun, and enjoy yourself. Spelkollektivet encourages a healthy balance of work and play with a number of dedicated spaces for games, board games, movies, and outside activities to participate with your fellow game devs. Speaking of game devs, let's talk to some.
Just settle in.
All right.
Hi.
Hello.
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 Yeah, hi, I'm Matej Jan.
Hello, I'm Marijke.
I am Megan McCurdy.
I'm Adam.
I'm Anneke.
I'm Michal.
I'm Jovi.
I am Belinda.
I am Fio.
I'm a composer from New Zealand.
I'm from Germany and I'm a solo game developer.
I'm from the Philippines and I'm an artist that works in the game industry.
I am an indie game developer.
I'm helping her with her stuff. Also, I help in the house.
I'm from Czech Republic and I'm the developer of Lords and Villains.
I'm from Germany and I'm an art director / UI UX designer for Hotel Magnate.
I come from Slovenia and I am a pixel artist and game developer.
I came here to focus on the development of my game and have more free time and be around the community of indie game developers to get some support from my peers.
I was already working alone on my projects, and I just wanted to be part of a community and be part of a group of people that have similar interests.
I felt a little bit stagnant back at home. I wasn't getting anywhere or meeting a lot of people in the industry, so I just took the plunge.
We both thought about, hey, let's make a trip just where we can do programming. At this time we didn't know that Spelkollektivet existed, and it was a really nice coincidence that we found this place and could just work on software.
I wanted to experience what life was like living abroad. The idea of living together with other passionate game developers was really interesting to me.
I miss how my life was working from an office when I had a normal game development job, but I still want to work on my game, and so being here is the best of both worlds. I can work on my game and be in an office with other game developers, and it's even better because we also live together, and it's really nice to have like-minded people around you.
I came here because a friend of mine, Annika, she went here before and she told me about this place and was like, "You're sure this is real? Are they not selling you organs or something?" Like, no, it's real. It's really awesome. And then I decided, damn, I'm gonna come here. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And it is.
One of the most surprising to me was how good the food is. And it has great variety, so we have normal and vegetarian options. And I actually became vegetarian while being here because I was thinking about it already before, but I'm too lazy to prepare it, and here somebody does it for you, and it's...
The community is amazing. Here are so many people with totally different experiences, and you can learn from every single one of them something special.
The people, I think. I wasn't expecting to make so many great friendships here, and along with working with those friends, it's been really cool.
I like a lot of things, and it's very hard for me to pick one that would stand out the most. I think above everything it would be the people that I'm surrounded with, because I think they are very like-minded and very accepting and supportive. So I feel like home here, and that's what I like the most about this place.
For more information, check out our website for the latest prices and details, or join us on Discord where you can ask more questions from us directly.
Oh yeah, this one. I think. I'm thinking we can give it a minute more at least. Started a little bit early just to see if more people show up in the house. Do you want to start so you can showcase what 5 minutes feels like? How many Irish people do we have in the chat? Too many? Yeah, I got me iron ready and a proper 12. Alright, let's get started. Hello and welcome to SGZ. with your very human host, James McGregor. Your buy me proper 12. Pretending to be Irish. I don't know. For everyone new on the stream, because we seem to have a bunch of new people in the stream, this is like a weekly hangout where we showcase what we've been working on lately. It started as a small thing where we're just showing to like past people who's lived here in the house that still wants to know what's going on. And without further ado, let's start with the first presenter, Matej Retronator Jan.
Woo! Just Retro. Retronator is my company.
Okay.
It's okay. And blog.
Retronator.
Retronator. Where we go. All right. Yeah, this I was very slow this weekend. On weekend I didn't do anything in forever except made a vlog and edited it. How I'm not gonna do anything. But yeah, so I just have very small updates, and in here I was working on the illustration. Let me turn pixelation on. Now we have kitchen counters. This is where you can get your bowls, and then you can use the bowls in the still life painting. Microwave does not work. Then the stairs here have railings now, and there's a door to get into the place. So this was a big achievement after not working on anything for a few days. But then today I improved an algorithm. If I turn pixelation off, you can see that sometimes these kind of places have like real shit geometry, and that's because what I draw by hand doesn't necessarily match what the geometry is possible to have. But technically, it should be able to, like if this one is trying to follow my pixels exactly what I did in 2D, and so that's why it does this weird stuff out. But I could just have it forced, well, don't go over the line, stupid. And so I did this algorithm today, so I have to toggle it on from the console. And then if I recompute and if everything's working, then you should see this shit go away. For a little bit nicer geometry. Yeah, it's a big model, so there you go. So it's cleaned up. There's still places where it couldn't, because I'm only going on the edges that are straight up on the edge. Let me just show you real quick what I mean. Reset camera. So if I go into source image mode and I show edges, I only consider if I ever want to move any of these pixels along the edges, one on and off a little bit. So it can't fix bigger problems where I'm completely off. So that's why I put in this feature that it shows me which pixels were moved away or not. And so here, for example, you see on this part, these green ones, for example, were the ones that were added as an extra, and the red ones were taken away. Then these ones here, where you've seen that there was a big problem that it couldn't fix, is because everything is more than 1 pixel off, and so it couldn't automatically fix it. So this just gives me a hint that, hey, maybe I should go in and paint it differently in 2D. That's it. Any questions? All right, thank you very much. Before anyone closes this tab, maybe Andreas wants to go next. He told me to protect his tab, so just letting you know, nobody close his tab.
We will protect your tab with our lives. Do you want to go next? Or
whatever suits best.
Okay, we can go have you next. All right. Next one is Andreas. I don't know, have you been presenting on camera before, or
Yeah,
a few times now?
many times.
It usually goes after, I think.
Been a lot of changes.
Nice. Okay, I'm looking forward to see this. I don't actually think I've seen this yet, because I haven't been here for some time. So looking forward. Andreas. Woo!
Yeah, I took 3 minutes.
So now I need to do context for you, or no? The people who have seen this before. It's just the thing I call the card game. The working title is Potion House, despite you being a traveler. But that's what happened with working titles. Let's see. Sorry, I needed another tab that I just made a thing for. Oops. Because I want to show you the cards separately. Now this new mechanic is based on some of my favorite card games. But I'll tell you what the point of the game is for now. You are looking for these, the mushrooms. That's for the brewing of the potions later. So it's going to be a selection of various ingredients from common to rare, etc. And you go on something called an expedition, where you go into nature, but not the nature we know, more the nature of Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. So you only have a certain amount of steps on this travel before you're gonna die or mutate or something else. And that's this card. It means stray, so basically you have to go further away from your safe camp. When you decide to turn back on this expedition, the amount of stray points you've gathered become the number of cards in the deck that you then have to finish. So when the deck has all been played out, you are back and you're safe. And the cards you can encounter for now is these are just obstacles, part of nature that is overgrown or something, that you can counter with demolish, and use that as a weapon on the obstacles. And here we have a horror, because the nature, the universe is so scary out there. You're gonna lose sanity when you encounter these things. And you can shield yourself with what I call now the wonder cards. You've seen something beautiful or hope-inspiring. There's this mix of horror and beauty out there. So when you meet the next horror, you can shield yourself with this memory that you just sort of, something you saw that gave you strength and hope and felt that the world is going to be okay. And I can now show you a gaming session. So here's the stray card. Sorry, I didn't prepare this. The point of this game is, here is the world as you currently are, you're encountering it. And you need to remove 3 of the cards on this row, and then it'll deal 3 new ones, up to 4 again. So it's a matter of each turn, it's which card do you leave? Usually a bad one, you want to save that for later and see if you can find a counter. And here's you, the player, the beautiful graphics. And you have 12 physical points and 12 mental points, basically, or hit points. And I can give you an example. If we just let this player encounter the horror that is here, I would need to sort of affect the player with it. And you see the blue mental points are now gonna, have 3 subtracted from it, and yeah, we now have 9, and it goes in the discard. Here is the demolish. I'm just gonna put that in one of my hands. I haven't got any graphics for this, but the 2 on the sides here are the hands that you can hold stuff in. And then I'm just gonna activate the stray card, and you do that by just double clicking, and it gets put in the pile here. And I can show you again with 2 cards, so now that's going to go up to 3. So this deck is building, and that's what you have to deal with when you turn back. And here's the thing you're looking for, and you put that in the final slot here. That's called a sack, basically something you're just holding in your hand, and you just put stuff in it quickly. And at the end of the round, it'll be transferred to this part, which is the inventory. So once you have some ingredients here in your inventory and you start turning back, that's what you're gonna get to keep. And of course the randomization is terrible right now. I'm only meeting stupid stuff. I'm gonna discard this, and I'm not meeting any obstacles, of course. I don't know what's, okay, there's an obstacle. So if I do this here, I'm gonna lose the physical hit points, but instead I'm gonna use this, wait, I'll show you this in the stupid way. I'll use this, it's 1 point versus 2, this will now have 1. So I played suboptimally just to show you, but now, yeah. So it's gone. I'm gonna put this and this. Now I have sort of a shield and a demolish, and now all the other cards are coming. Sure, why not?
5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I just want to show you this. Good lord.
Wait an hour.
That the wonder then soaks the horror, and so on. And now, let's say I have 12 cards and I want to turn back. And now I won't get stray cards. Locked out with this. And so on. So once this ends, I will be back with however ingredients I have in my backpack. Or I die. So, questions? Thank you.
I need to present more often so I don't have to talk as much.
Yes. Every week.
Yes. More presentations are always welcome. I think it's the final one. Yes. The final one. Derp face. Katie and Ash? Question mark? Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah? Huh? Yeah. Billy won't stop.
Cool. Let's hope I don't mess it up this time. Ash, you're just gonna hide behind me.
I was gonna switch out with you.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, it's just like she was making faces at me.
Okay, so I kind of made this last minute, but then went really off topic with it. But anyway, so I thought I'd talk about finding the magic of musicals. Because when we came up with our unique selling point of making it into a musical, I didn't know that much about what made a musical so special. So I'm sort of thinking about the Disney Renaissance, and we had all these absolutely amazing musicals coming out from Disney. We kind of wanted to capture the magic of Disney musicals, except Tarzan, but I won't get into that. But point is, Tarzan is a bad example of Disney musical because he never actually sings. It's always done through Phil Collins, which is something we don't want to replicate. So there are some rules to consider. These are all things I've learned whilst working on a musical. So you only want to make your songs in high intensity emotional moments because you want to connect your characters to their motives. So you don't want to just have a random song in there. You want to make sure it's a really intense part of their story or they're feeling really emotional and it's sort of building up. A good rule to consider, which was by Howard Ashman, who was the person who was sort of the genius behind Disney musicals to begin with, is if you can take a song and remove it from the script and the script still makes sense, you're doing it completely wrong. So you need to make sure that your songs have meaning and that they are conveying a really important plot point in the time. And usually you have some rules. So protagonists usually have I want songs, which means they're sort of telling the audience how they feel, who they are, and it helps you create a connection to them because you're like, you want this thing and maybe you want that thing too, but you can kind of really get who they are as a character. Whilst villains have I am songs, so they're intended to not connect you as much. So they're sort of like, I want this, and oh, no, I want this, I am this, and you don't really explore the motive of that character. It does happen occasionally with some villain songs that have an I want song, but usually you want to side with the protagonist. So you'll notice if you go look in the Disney films, you'll see the protagonists always have like an I want song. So like in Lion King, I want to be a mighty king. And villain songs are usually like, I am this. So I want to show Billy's I want song. And an important part of it is dancing, but I'll get into that later. But that's why I've got some of the concepts Ash has done for Billy dancing.
Okay, comrades, what's the plan?
Hopefully I can skip forward. But hopefully you'll be able to get an idea of what Billy wants as a character through this song.
yeah, Billy wants adventure and she wants to learn how to master magic. And so you easily quickly find out what her motives are and what her desires are of a character. And then here's another example of another song we have, which is Fantokio's I Am song, which I didn't even realize at the time was an I Am song because I didn't know that much at the time. But obviously Daniel knows what he's doing as a composer. But he literally just says, I am Fantokio. So... So yeah, villains, no, don't play again. I am songs, protagonists, I want songs, and if you go look through Disney movies, you'll probably notice it a lot. Next important thing is dance. So there's a famous saying, I don't know who it comes from, but when the emotion becomes too strong for speech, you'll sing it, and when it becomes too strong for song, you dance. And so a lot of Disney songs obviously get into a dance number, and so we thought it was really important that our characters also have dancing. There's lots of dancing moments in there. Like the dragon will sort of bop his head to the beat and his claws tap to the beat of the music as well. You've got the characters dancing here and Billy's sort of bouncing in time to the beat as well. And we've even got these little critters that we've made. So when you're running through the forest in Billy's adventure song, everything's sort of bouncing to the beat. And here's another example of Billy doing a little dance as well. If it'll play. Come on, play. So yeah, if it goes to the next slide. Okay, so I just wanted to give credit as well to Sideways because this is a really good YouTube channel where I got a lot of my information and learned a lot of stuff. And he sort of goes into a lot of detail explaining all this, like why Tarzan is a bad Disney musical and things like that. And he goes on very long-winded rants that are really, really funny and useful. So I would recommend checking out his channel if you're interested in learning more about musicals. That is it. Thank you. Is there any questions?
There's plenty of requests for you dancing, at least.
Me? As you dance. You came up with most of the dances.
They want you, not me.
You came up with the dances. You should do them. You storyboard them. I was just like, no.
No, I'm sorry.
If you, people in the chat have questions as well.
Oh, do they?
Write your questions and we can answer that too, or they can answer it rather.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just ask, how do you come up with dances?
How do I come up with dances? I don't know. Good question. I kind of just do it. I mean, when it came to Billy's success dance, I made sure that she had a different little move for each section of the success jingle.
And like Fanto's dance, you didn't expect to get so iconic.
I didn't. Lots of people love to imitate that dance.
Yeah.
Do you go down to the, I don't know, to the gym and look in the mirror and then record yourself, or how does that translate to the character?
Imagine you doing this, so funny. I do know there are animators that do that though, like animate, like record themselves and then copy it.
Yeah, I'm too shy for that myself.
So you don't have a TikTok account for it?
No.
Is there any other questions? I don't know if there's any in chat or anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a bit early or whatever, but do you have any plans for localization with the songs?
We have plans for localization, but it's still up in the air on how localized. Like, I think we're planning on translating all the songs, but not in terms of dubbing. I'm not sure if we're dubbing them or not. But we have had fans translate the songs and sing them, and they've come out being really cool. I think, was it in Spanish? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a Spanish version of Fantokio's song if you look it up on YouTube
really
and
well
stuff.
Made.
It's really well made. It came out really cool. Yep.
We have a question from the chat. Will all the villains dance?
I think they will. All the villains. Who wouldn't dance? I think we've got Barnaby, I could imagine dancing, and Fanto, and...
Dutch is questionable.
Yeah, Dutch seems to be the only character... He might do like a smooth thing with the microphone where he's like, ooh.
Oh, there's your dance. Did I see that?
But, I think a lot of them will either dance or move to the beat in some form. It just depends, like their character might dictate their dance.
Don't know if I would call it dancing in every scenario.
Yeah. But, no, there's some cutscenes as well where they don't dance as well. But I guess it's because it's like an emotional scale. So like that quote before. Yeah?
I'm not sure exactly what the question is. Is there a curtain program that tells the characters when to bop their head?
A curtain program? I feel like our programmer would know that question. But he was recently trying to get the the little creatures to bob in time to the beat and make sure it works. So it might have something to do with Fmod. I assume that you would tell the program
is there
Fmod.
a certain program that tells them? Sorry.
Okay, I'd probably say Fmod is like our main way of getting the music to work. So I assume he's doing something in there, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the music a specific theme, or is it just whatever you feel you want to listen to?
Oh, right.
We were talking
actually had
about that in the meeting.
Yeah.
The last meeting with Daniel.
Because he was asking about that, and I think we went with each chapter has its own theming. So the Cat Pirate chapter have a lot of piratey themes behind it, and
Dutch
then
will be very jazzy.
yeah, and then Adventure, the one that's the I Want song, is very Broadway inspired. Whilst Fanto is techno polka.
Techno polka.
Yeah, so I think it just fits with the character that's singing at the time, but we were going to split it up by chapter. Yep.
Rogue Spartan could see Dutch doing a very Frank Sinatra style.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's our inspiration.
It's our ML for Dutch.
Yeah. Any other questions? We good? Just make sure I haven't... Okay, cool. Oh, wait. I'm seeing things. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also, Vandercat says, hey, Katie and Ash.
Hey. Oh, hey, Vander.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're here every Thursday-ish. Maybe not next Thursday because we're away. Sorry, I went away there for a while. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. See you in 2 weeks.